Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe from Sage Dragon, answering questions that we've sourced today. Today's question is why a fitness test is important. Okay, so this is basic science, like scientific method 101. If it's measurable, it's manageable. So if you have a testing period inside of your training periods, because I'm hoping that you already have microcycles, mesocycles, and macrocycles figured out, that you understand how to look at your calendar that way and whatnot, how to understand where you're going to most likely be in 3 weeks following this training type of thing. When you look at your program, and you look at like, okay, Monday is going to be this and Tuesday is going to be this, do you just assume that and follow that and like hope that that's the outcome and you're just following blindly? Or do you understand how to look at your program and see what kind of, have an expectation for what each phasing is supposed to look like? Because hopefully your program has an introductory period, first of all, like a crawl phase, like making sure that you're familiar just with the movement patterns that are going to be demanded of you at a higher demand later, making sure that you have a foundation, right? Because I hope you haven't, like, you're not following some program that calls for, I don't know, hang cleans or power cleans or some other sort of skill move, compound movement, and you personally don't know how to do that, and like it didn't call for a introductory phase with that. You know what I mean? I mentioned in previous videos, I really enjoyed, one thing I really learned and appreciated about military structure was in basic training. And then they continued this model for any sort of, we did the same thing for EIB, which is Expert Infantryman's Badge. We had kind of like a run-through week where they like introduced all this shit, because a lot of the shit on EIB we weren't actively training, but it was one of the benchmarks of like whether or not you're an expert infantryman, right? So like grenade toss, we didn't have, you know, we were in Italy, we didn't have a grenade range. We were on like a small 1,500 person Camp Ederle. So no, maybe it was 2,000. Maybe it was, I think it was like 22 or some shit like that, 22. Or maybe I'm just remembering the range on a Mark 19 now. It's 22. Anyways, but we had structure, and it was like, you're going to go through at low stress version, then you're going to go through in a medium stress version, then you're going to go through at the highest stress version, because that's the one that counts. But we're going to properly prop you up on the right amount of scaffolding, because a lot of this is new to all of you. Another good one was setting up claymores. I was an armorer. Well, I got assigned to be armorer. I was an infantryman, but I got assigned as one of the guys working the arms room. And so I got to play with the model claymore all the fucking time. It was just in there, you know, in like one of the tough boxes. But, you know, nobody else in my company was playing with a fucking claymore. So when we got to EIB, you know, nobody knew, other than, face front towards enemy. So, is that it? Anyways, so hopefully your fitness program has structure in play. And then hopefully within all of that, you have a testing period to test whether or not you've kind of earned the right to proceed. Like, do we need to go through a remedial period and reteach it? No shame in the game. You know, some people don't get all the skill points the first time through. I'm bad at handstands, but the first time I ever touched a barbell, I understood how to power clean. That doesn't make any sense, you know what I mean? I'm getting better at my handstand, but I'm very proficient at my hang and power cleans. So, you know, some people, I got a buddy, he can't hang clean for shit, but he can handstand walk like 200 meters. He's got no problem with it, you know? So we all learn these skill sets at different periods. But the next thing you want a fitness test for, or testing period, is really just the self-confidence and the self-esteem that comes with the serotonin release when you have been given validation that what you've been doing, what you've been dedicating your time to in doing this ritual and doing this movement practice and doing, you know, whatever this thing is that you're testing the results of, has been working. That feels good. And I've written about this on the blog before, the thoughts, beliefs, actions triangle. You know, what you think you'll believe. What you'll believe, you will enact. What you enact will evoke further thought. And then it repeats itself, right? That's the thoughts, beliefs, actions cycle. And so part of it is just, you know, having that fitness test, that testing period, and showing you that, yes, you have achieved a new 1RM. It's working, you know, and there's a real sense of certitude in that, reflected back to us, the user, and that just makes us feel better. The final point on why a fitness test is important is because, like, how the fuck do you know when to move your numbers up? You know, that's when you know. You test it. You have a testing day. This decides your new 1RM on whatever the movement, whatever the compound movement is, whatever the thing is that you're trying to build, right? And even if it's only a 2.5 pound adjustment, right? It still went up. That's still going to change what our percentages that we're using during our week come out to be. You know, they're like coefficients on spells in World of Warcraft. You know, this big thing is going to generate into this little thing, and then when you push this thing. Anyways, that's a side rant. I hope this has been helpful. Like, subscribe. If you didn't like it, downvote the shit out of it. Let me know I'm doing something wrong. If you did like it, comment below. Let me know I'm doing something right. Otherwise, like, subscribe, share it with friends if it's been helpful. You guys have a great, wonderful day. Peace.